Hello everybody, my name is Destiny. I am a junior here at CSUN, Cal State Northridge. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is wolftiny_, but the I is a 1.
Hey guys, it's America Riley. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing dorm advice 101. We're gonna start off with what you should bring.
Things that I feel like you should bring is...
Okay, definitely need like mattress pads.
Oh yeah, comfortable mattress pads.
I don't have one, so...
Or like you can just use like blankets and stuff to cushion yourself. If you have a kitchen, definitely need dishes. Definitely decoration, because the dorms are super plain, so I would definitely recommend like getting you some lights, some posters, something to like personalize it, because like this is your space and you want to make it like yours so you feel like you're at home. But I would say not to bring too much like clothes if you know you're going to be like going home like once a month or however
like
often.
Every weekend.
Yeah, like don't bring so much stuff, because like then you'll be all cluttered. Have a mini fridge, because like sometimes the refrigerator that we share like as a group gets packed.
Bring cleaning supplies. Please bring cleaning supplies. You're gonna need it, honestly. It's gonna be a lot of dust and dirt, and you may have a rodent problem, or just to prevent that, bring a lot of cleaning supplies. I say bring your own toiletries too.
Yeah, most definitely bring your toiletries, because they don't supply that for you. I would say like don't buy like herbs and like stuff that you gotta cut up, because that stuff is gonna go bad. You're not gonna want to cook it, especially if your kitchen is too small.
Bring non-perishables. It's easier, so you don't have to cook and all that stuff.
Exactly.
I say from my personal experience, bring labels, because stuff gets stolen sometimes. Sometimes it's by accident, sometimes it's on purpose. And to prevent all that mishap, if you guys aren't sharing, you should definitely bring some labels to label your things.
House shoes or something to walk around the house, because again, people you live with are not up to the same cleaning standards that you may be up to. So the room is pretty plain, but yeah, I would say get like a calendar or something so you can like see everything laid out.
With the dorming list, let's go into some advice.
The advice that I would give is, you know, okay, when I first came into college, a lot of people were like telling me when I first meet my roommate to like establish like boundaries first and foremost, and like gradually do it. Like as you're getting to know someone, definitely ask them like what their preferences are. Like,
yes, that communication.
Definitely just ask them like, okay, like are you the type of person who like goes to bed early, or the type of person that likes to blast the AC?
Really establish that communication line, like, hey, you know, getting to know that person, to know the dislikes, the likes, so you guys can keep a fair level head.
You just want to, because I didn't do that my first 2 years. I didn't have an apartment, but I had like a suite, which was like a room just like this, but this was all we had. And then across the hallway, we had our own bathroom that we shared with the people next door. Well, that we shared a bathroom with were disgusting, and like it was just disgusting. And like you might be the type of person that doesn't like to clean up after people, so you have to voice that.
I agree. I would say to always clean up after yourself, even if you don't feel like it. It can cause a lot of drama. Like even if it's your side of the room, just keep it clean. You know, things can get misplaced. You can by accident take something of someone's. Didn't mean to, but it will cause some drama. Even in the kitchen, clean up after yourself, because you live with other people and you have to be fair, because this is not only your place.
I would say honestly, I feel like I've heard of a lot of people having roommate drama, even with people that they probably like come in and be our roommates with, like are friends with before they are roommates together, and they still have drama. So again, like just like don't expect a friendship out of your roommate. Like honestly, just like, but you want to have a really good relationship with your roommate, and you know, hopefully things can go well. But if not, just like make sure like there's that level of respect, because that's kind of like necessary when you have school and other things going on. You don't want to be worrying about not wanting to be in your own home.
Please shower. I have to say that, please.
Yeah,
shower, because some people are allergic to smells like that. One more thing I can say is not trying to be so hard on other people. Like you have to realize that everyone haven't came up the same way as you, so you have to kind of chill a little, but it's kind of hard because we all were raised differently.
But be respectful. I mean, bullshit is a part of life. You still have to respect people and vice versa.
Overnight guests.
Oh, that's a good one. Definitely ask permission with the person that's living like 3 feet away from you if you want to bring someone over. Warn them.
Yeah, what she said. Just warn them.
Ask them, actually.
Yeah, really ask, because it's not technically your space you sharing.
If it's just like, oh, your friends are over for the night, y'all cooking or something, like, be respectful of like you being too loud, but also like realize you can't really tell people that you're living with to be quiet because they're paying the same amount of money as you, and maybe have like a written contract. I know at CSUN we have like to have like a written roommate agreement, and so like if a problem elevates to a point of like, okay, this girl gotta go, like I cannot live with her, then you would have to talk to your RA and they would reference that contract that you had and be like, okay, like we can make some arrangements for you. No smoking in the
There's
dorms.
like sprinklers like everywhere, like 2 feet apart from each other. There is a such thing as quiet hours.
There's a such thing as quiet hours, especially during finals. I know here you can't have pets, but if you have like an ESA animal, like an emotional service animal, or you like just get that little emotional service check off for your animal or whatever, you can have it here.
It's a whole bunch of dogs here though. Like
Honestly,
I'm pretty sure they didn't get one.
there's a whole bunch of dogs and cats and fishes, and like I've seen it all. Like, do you have like any stories?
And that's what I was thinking of. I actually had a really great experience last year with my roommate. We got along. Yeah, it was perfect. For you? What's your negative experience?
All my experiences were negative except for this one, and this is my 3rd year in school. Like, so my first year having a roommate, we like didn't know each other, but we like picked each other on our roommate port. I mean, on our housing portal. She sounded like she was black, so you know, she was cool. Like, you know, when I moved in, when my parents dropped me off and like helped me move in or whatever, she was cool. She was very respectful to me and my family. I don't know what went wrong, or like she was jealous of me, and all of a sudden she just started having like really bad attitude problems. I was like, I don't know, I was shopping a lot, shit, I was just in my own little world, and she was just like very passive aggressive all of a sudden. Like, till to this day I really don't know what her issue was. And then like there was times where I would come home. I remember this one night exactly, I guess she locked herself out of the room, but she didn't text me to like see if I could like help her, like let her in or whatever. But I got off for work, it was like super late, and like I walked in the room, like I walked in the building floor, and like she was in the living room that the whole floor shares. So she was sitting to the point where she can like see me walk in. She saw me walk in and she started following me, and like, but like in an aggressive way. Like, it was so weird. I was like, what is going on? She started following me, and like, but like following me fast. Like, you know how someone's walking behind you fast and you gotta like look back. So like I opened the, like I wasn't paying attention to her because I knew she was like already like, oh, I hate her. So I walked in, opened the door, and she like rushed past me and like grabbed something and then left. And I'm like, okay, what was that about? Like, it was just weird. And then like a couple weeks later, I came home during the evening from like doing my homework in the library because I didn't want to be around her anymore, and all her stuff was gone. And that was the best day of my life. My 2nd year, I ended up being in the same building that I was in my freshman year, and that building is specifically for freshmen. I had authority over that whole building. This girl, like, first of all, I don't think I was supposed to have a roommate just because like I had authority over everyone living in that building. So it was kind of like weird knowing that like she was going to be in my room, knowing that it was already a small freshman space, and like I have like sensitive information. I really thought I wasn't going to have a roommate, so I didn't even get to pick my roommate. But it turns out like she was another girl who had the same name as me, and she was cool in the beginning. She was very shy, very naive. I feel like the issues that we had, like I can tell she came from a really guarded home and didn't like to speak up for herself at all. But coming from my past roommate experience, I was like, okay, like, you know, I made the effort to get to know her. I made the effort to like ask her what she's okay with, what her boundaries were, and she didn't have any boundaries. I got into a relationship, and occasionally my boyfriend would come over. Before he would come over, I would always ask her if she was okay with it. She had friends. She would go over to her friend's house because she knew like he was gonna spend the night or whatever. Like she was okay with it. She never said she had a problem with it. So that was that.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say. So one night, I think it was like the night of my birthday, he came over and we had sex. And she walked in on us and walked right out. And then it was so embarrassing. And so like the next day, I talked to her and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so sorry. Like she was just like, next time can you just let me know like not to come in? And I'm like, okay, sorry, like I told you. Anyways, but yeah. So that was kind of my bad. Like I honestly shouldn't have been having sex in the room, considering the fact that it was such a small room. Should have like been somewhere else. Not saying I was gonna like do it.
So what did she see?
She saw his booty. My like yeah, that was weird, very awkward. So I'm pretty sure that hella turned her off. But like I said, y'all need to make sure you're communicating that, because that happens to a lot of people. The whole sock on the door trick, I don't know if that really works.
I think it does.
Does it really? But yeah, so she was like kind of irritated behind that, and then ever since then, like she tried to get me and my boyfriend to break up. Really, her and her best friends will always come over. I don't know, I guess they did some digging and found like old pictures of my boyfriend on Tinder. And one of her best friends, who I didn't know, who clearly had a problem with me because of the way that they would like approach me, there was like animosity. It was like passive aggressive. And so like she texted me. She got my number from my roommate. She texted me a picture of my boyfriend on Tinder and was like, oh, is this your nigga? And I was like very thrown off because it was like a Friday morning or a Saturday morning and I was going to work, and I kind of went off on my boyfriend. And then when I met up with him later that day, we did some digging. I saved her number, and you know how you can add numbers through your contacts on Snapchat. So I found her username on Snapchat, and then I used that username and put it on Instagram. Found her Instagram, know what she looks like. It was my roommate's best friend.
She's a real FBI.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, don't play with me, y'all. Don't play with me. So yeah, I found like they really tried to get me and my boyfriend to break up. It was just a whole bunch of different episodes, honestly, after that. And then she eventually moved out. It took her a little while to move out. You know, I was kind of hoping she moved out a little earlier, but she did move out like early January. So that whole second semester I had to move to myself. And now, like, honestly, I feel better about like my roommate now. So yeah, everything's cool.
I mean, who doesn't like me?
You just gotta be chill, honestly, y'all. Like, just be respectful, just be understanding of like people's upbringings and how like other people have differences. But yeah, that's all I could say.
She has some funny stories. Like you need your own channel. Oh, it was like learning how to speak up for yourself. Like if you don't like something that's being done or how something is being shown, you need to speak up and, you know, voice your opinion on that. Because I'm having some type of issue right now, and it's been going on since I moved in here. It's not with her, it's with the other roommate, and it's really like bugging me. And you know, it's time for me to speak up about it. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, even though it's not that big. It's time for me to speak up because it's an ongoing problem and it needs to stop. And when you go dorming, just be yourself, be open, speak up, communicate with your roommate, set some ground rules, some boundaries. It's always the best way to have a great year, and be respectful of each other
and build a relationship, or at least try to like. Don't even like you don't have to like force a friendship, but I was just saying like get in the habit of saying hi when you see them, or bye when you're leaving, or how was your day.
That goes a long way.
Yeah, it does. So you don't come back to such an awkward space, because you're like when you start dorming, or even when you're not dorming, if you get an apartment, you're still gonna have a roommate because nobody got it like that yet.
Yeah.
You're gonna be very close to your feet wise, like 2 feet away. So get in that habit of just like being open in the space in some kind of way.
Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe, like, comment down below some video suggestions,
and follow me on Instagram.
Follow her.
Yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Good luck with everything. You know, I wish y'all the best of luck. Bye.